Hello, I'm Chris Butterworth. This is the Healthy Butter channel, and today we're going to talk about doing a plan review or a program review. I do a program review periodically as my program feels like it's kind of in a grind. If I've been doing it a while, sometimes I use a quarterly marker or even a monthly marker when I'm started. I like to look back at where I've come from, what I'm doing, and where I'm headed. And helps me stay focused, helps me make sure I'm doing the right thing. I try to look at it from all angles. Today I'm going to use the Healthy Butter channel as my example. This is my 12th video. This is the 12th time I've posted. If I'm doing one a week, that's about 3 months. Seems like a good time to look back and see how we're doing. When I started this, if you go back and look at my first video in this channel, I had 3 primary goals that I wanted to share. First of all, I wanted to discuss how much younger I feel now than I did a few years ago. From 2016 to say the end of 2021, I had injured my back. I was dealing with chronic back pain. I had elbow pain. I had blown out my shoulder. I had some rotator cuff, some micro tears in rotator cuff tendons. I was a mess. And by the middle of 2022, I was basically fixed. And ever since then. So I used to walk pained. I used to get in and out of the car. It was challenging. Getting out of bed in the morning was hard. I lived in a lot of pain, and I was stiff and sore and just generally not happy about the whole thing. And today I feel great. I feel young. I'm springy. I'm bouncy. I can move. I'm happy. I think that living pain-free has a bigger impact on your life than just about anything else. Financial stress sucks, social stress sucks, marriage stress sucks, but physical pain that you just can't get away from is, I think, the worst of them all. I wanted to talk about it in this channel and talk about how we're going to get better. And if I'm doing a review on that, I feel like I've done okay. I'm going to give myself a 3 out of 5 on that topic. I've mentioned it in most videos. I haven't gone into detail necessarily of all the injuries, and I'm also trying to live within the constraints of the length of the videos. So I feel like I'm doing okay. I'm going to think about how I can do that better and how I can share how my injuries can help you. My second goal was to share actionable information about how I did it. How did I actually go from being in a lot of pain to being pain-free? Most of the way that I'm trying to do that is to take so much information online. I think about it, there are probably hundreds of content providers that talk about, fitness experts, how to do a workout, what workout you should do, what's right for you, 10 best of this, 5 things you can't live without, blah, 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 blah. Hundreds of content providers out there. And I'm trying to find the half dozen or so, maybe a dozen, that actually work with what I'm trying to accomplish. The programs that they talk about make sense with what I've encountered and what I've done, and even some of the people that I've used their information. And then within those people, there are thousands and thousands of video. One content provider, my kind of favorite guy, my go-back, the guy that I watch everything that he does and who really helped fix my back, the stuff that he started working with, he has almost 1,500 videos. And to ask you to go watch 1,500 videos not being sure what you're looking at is too much. So I am trying to take all of that content that's out there, thousands of videos, and compress it and consolidate it and sort it into videos that you can use, that I can share with you and say, this is information, here's what I did, here's how it helped me, and here's how you can use it, and here's a link that you can go check out more information on. I'm trying to do that. I would say I'm going to give myself maybe a 3 to a 4 out of 5. There's always more that you can be doing, but I think that's where I'm kind of the strongest on this, is I've been able to share some information with you. We've talked about doing some different exercises. We've talked about some different equipment. So I'm going to continue to do that. I want to do that a little bit better. And I think I'm actually going to bring some future videos that are dedicated just to sharing and talk about why, here's a piece of information I want to share, and here's why I'm going to share it. Again, I'm limited to video length content. I'm not trying to make hour-long videos. We're trying to keep this at about 7, 8, 9 minutes at the most, and I'm limited to that time frame, so I can only share so much. But I feel like I have shared stuff, and we're only in the 12th video. There's a lot more to come over the next year, 2, 3, whatever it is. So I'm going to give myself maybe a 3.5 out of 5 on that goal. My third goal, and probably the main reason I kicked this off, is to improve being on camera. And that, for me, is the hardest challenge of what I'm doing here. Again, go look at my early videos, video number 1, video number 2, and I am terrible. I think I started off as probably a 1 out of 5, one of the worst video personalities here on YouTube. It's just not what I'm good at. I'm not afraid of public speaking, but if anybody records that public speaking and I watch myself on video, I just cringe. I hate seeing myself on video. When we're out doing stuff socially and somebody pulls out the camera and says, hey, smile, wave, whatever, I freeze up. I just hate it. I'm usually the guy in the background. I try to get off camera. So part of the reason for doing this is to be more comfortable in camera, to be more comfortable in my own skin on camera and who I'm doing. And the way to improve at things is to practice. If you're not good at something, go get better at it. If you're afraid of it, learn to face your fear, all that kind of stuff. So that is a big reason why I'm doing this. And I would say that I probably started off as a 1 out of 5, and I have made huge improvement. I have now gone all the way from being terrible to being somewhere between bad and below average. I've probably moved all the way up to maybe a 2 out of 5. I feel like my videos are real, they're authentic. I'm trying to share real information. I'm not trying to be somebody that I'm not, but I also feel that there's a lot of improvement. So those are the things that I'm going to continue to do. So that's my wrap up. We are 3 months in, we're 12 videos in. I have shared information that I wanted to share. I've talked about turning 50 and feeling like I was 60 or even 65. I've talked about now in my mid 50s, coming up on 55 pretty soon, and feeling more like I'm 40 and feeling really good. I've shared some of the techniques I've used. I've shared some videos, and I have consciously tried through conscious patterns, behavior, movement, talking, vocalization, whatever, and then also just through pure practice, I have tried to improve being on camera. So I feel like I'm on pace. I feel like the HealthyButter channel is serving a purpose. I imagine that it's mostly going to be similar people, guys or women, 50s, 60s. You're a little broken down. Your body doesn't work the way that it did before, and you're looking for a way to fix it. And I hope to provide some benefit there. I hope that we generate a community here, and we can share some information and some success stories and see a population that gets better, or a group of people that want to get better. So there's where it is. That's a program review. Talk about where you were, talk about why you're doing it, talk about the things that you've done, talk about, if you're talking about kettlebell or something like that, you're talking about technique, you're talking about volume cycles, density cycles, how much weight you're lifting, you're talking about being able to do it for longer, you're talking about improving at it, you're talking about maybe going up in weight or going up in duration, all of those kind of things. And then you talk about, what are we going to try to accomplish in the next 3 months? More of the same? Do you want to mix it up? Do you want to introduce something different? In my case here, I'm going to try to do more of the same. I'm going to try to be a little bit more discreet or a little bit more, drawing blank on the word, a little bit more focused or intentional about each particular video. I want to share this particular thing with you. Let's do it and let's move on. So maybe we can make more videos or do videos more frequently with a little more shorter topics. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble, so I'm going to stop there. That is a program review. That is my 12th video here at HealthyButter, and I hope you appreciate it. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll look forward to many more. Thanks a lot. Go get better.